In a rare and lengthy interview, Mark Zuckerberg spoke with controversial comedian and podcast host Joe Rogan about Meta's plans to release a new virtual reality headset, his newfound love of jiu-jitsu and his company's decision to limit the reach of an article about Hunter Biden that came out in the 3-hour chat with the Joe Rogan Experience podcast. Zuckerberg detailed his company's plans to release a new virtual reality headset in October. Zuckerberg said the forthcoming headset will have a few big features, including eye and face tracking so that people's VR avatars can accurately mimic their facial expressions and users can feel as if their avatar is looking directly at another person's avatar in VR social apps. The company's most recent VR headset, Quest 2, was released in October 2020. The release of the interview with Rogan comes a week after Zuckerberg was widely criticized online for the simplicity of his avatar in Horizon Worlds, which is Meta's flagship social VR app. Zuckerberg later admitted the image he shared was pretty basic. In his conversation with Rogan, Zuckerberg said more about the new headset will be revealed at Connect, which is Meta's annual VR developer conference. The company hasn't yet announced a date for the conference this year, but it's typically in the fall. Last year, it streamed online on October 28. Zuckerberg doesn't sit for many traditional press interviews. Rogan's podcast, while popular, has also come under criticism for the host's inaccurate claims about COVID-19 and vaccines. In addition to discussing VR, Zuckerberg was also pressed on some of the company's content moderation decisions. In one exchange, nearly 2 hours into the chat, Zuckerberg addressed his company's decision to reduce the spread of a New York Post article published in October of 2020 that made allegations about Hunter Biden. Zuckerberg said the article's distribution was reduced for several days while it was reviewed by the company's fact-checking partners. For I think it was 5 or 7 days, when it was basically being determined whether it was false, the distribution on Facebook was decreased, but people were still allowed to share it, he said in the interview. The reduction in the article's distribution was addressed publicly at the time of its publication.